I expect the turnaround here, like probably right off of this midpoint of the this midway line through the VWAP. Right, because we've got this failure card mixed with the Ace of Cups, which the Ace of Cups is actually quite important here because we've got the Ace of Cups here and it correlates to the 16th. Remember, you give it plus or minus a day of wiggle room, and we have the Ace of Cups here at the end of the day on the 15th. This is probably a very significant multi-day opportunity here. So I would look for, in the midst of this decline, probably in the last hour. I might not wait till the close, but like in the last hour, I'll probably, when we're at a low, I'll probably look to open up a long position for a multi-day swing. Hey, AV. Hey guys, if you're just hopping on the TikTok, we're doing free questions. Running roughly a 98%, 96 right now actually, 96% average accuracy. That means out of 100 statements, 96 should be accurate, and that's measurable with stock and crypto charts. Anybody can go look at that on the YouTube channel. So we're doing free questions and answers. Feel free to ask away. We're looking to grow the channel. You can really help support the channel and our mission by sharing this live with people that you know that you think it would help. And if you don't know, our mission is really to show the world that extrasensory perception is possible. And not only is it possible, it exists and can be used practically in the real world. And we've got, like, we're predicting the S&P 500 by the hour every single day with that 96% accuracy. I mean, look at my alerts today, guys. We do Discord alerts. Discord alerts, right? These are all pretty solid, guys, really. And we're waiting for this opportunity at the end of the day. But if you read this stuff, pause your feed and read this stuff, guys. This is people are in our Discord getting these real-time trade alerts as part of the channel supporters. You get that through our website, tarotfortraders.com, by the way. Our service is Astro Metapos. Discord alerts right here. All right, so can I cover Amazon and Tesla this week? Sure thing. I already got Tesla out, I believe. Okay, so like the Tesla alert today, what did that say? So the Tesla is like, if you missed yesterday's opportunity, there's an opportunity to close long positions on Thursday or Friday. And look at this, guys. This is our Tesla chart. Well, I don't know what happened to... There were ellipses there anyway. But point being is that we got live updates. We're doing pretty solid with those. Let me get this off the screen. Again, guys, if you're just hopping on the TikTok, we're doing free questions and answers. And you can see we have that decline commencing here. Amazon, right? Amazon and Tesla. Let me start with Tesla. I thought I had all of it out, but I only had part of it out. Oh, that's September. Whoops. That's because I'm working on September. I forgot about I forgot that I was just working on it and that it's not actually September, but there we go. Right, so you might have a little bit of an opportunity tomorrow. It's possible, but it looks like the opportunity to close out is going to be here towards the cusp of the 18th, 19th at a high. That's where I would exit for profits if I didn't already do so. Oops. I'd be careful though, because it looks like there's a pretty sharp drop here. If we're at a highest high here on this thus far on the 17th, I'd probably take a profit there. If not, I'd wait till a highest high. But as soon as there's a highest high for the month, I would take that profit. I wouldn't hesitate, because it looks like there's a pretty sharp drop there. And then let's check out Amazon. Looks like I was off by a day on that high, but pretty close, considering that the July was created in May 24th, 2024. We timed it down to just shy of a day, guys. All right, so then we have this decline here. Interesting. It may be that we're going to go down to the 186 here on Friday. That's interesting. It's a little bit different than what I'm seeing. My cards go. All right, let's see. So I want to see if we're going to go down to this price level here. I mean, we already sort of hit it, so I don't see why we wouldn't again. 189.50. Yeah, we meet that price level again. It looks like we meet that on the 19th. Which would be the bottom end of a range. Matter of fact, it may be that there's a peak right here. I have this circled off as a peak, right? And in a lot of the readings, there's a peak and a big drop here on Friday. So if there's a high for the month here on the 18th, or if there's a prominent peak or crest here on the 18th, I'd probably take a profit there. It might even make sense to take a profit here because you've got the ace of wands if you haven't already taken it, if you didn't take it over here. Because we're going into, it looks like, some lows over there. Hey, Dontrell. Oh yeah, glad to hear it. Let's go check it out. XRP. Nice, nice move. Okay. Let's take a look at the July reading. Which, if you're wondering, it was created on May 24th, 2024, 1:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Well, that was such a late night, my God. I think I worked till 3 o'clock in the morning that day to catch up. Yeah, there you go. So this is a high here. We probably see the high again on the 17th and the 19th. It may even be a higher high here. Oh, and then there's an Aeon card. Interesting. The XRP 1-year reading was created on June 27th, 2023. Still being used today. Oh. All right, so interesting. So this ace of discs really panned out. So this is an important price. I'm going to mark this off as ace of discs price level. And guys, if you're one of the subscribers on our channel, or on our website, I should say, then you're on our Discord. Either that, or if you're an angel investor, you're on our Discord. Either way, if you're on our Discord, you have access. You get a link to these charts. So whenever I update them, it's like real time updated. Right, so I'm marking that off because it'll probably come in handy later. We'll likely go through this price level at some point. There's like a low, there's a trough there. They're sort of combined together. Yeah, so we should see a turnaround here, I think. After like the 19th, there should be a little bit of like a pullback, and then we probably go back into like a high here on the 31st. It is possible that this is just like a prominent peak at the end of the month as well. So you can see these two lows on the 5th and the 8th. I had them on the cusp of the 6th, 7th, and the 9th, right? So a plus or minus a day, but the sequence of events remains accurate. It's really important to understand that, guys. But yeah, I think there's more room to go, although tomorrow we probably have a bit of a move to the downside. Yeah, we probably have a bit of a move to the downside tomorrow. Might not be a bad place to take a profit if you got a good profit here. Might not be a bad place. I mean, on like a short-term kind of multi-day swing, we're going to be at higher price levels at some point here in August, September as well. So there's a low and highs there. When do I think this pump on BTC will end? In July, the top. Hey James, JJ. Yeah, so that's one of the things. Like I had an alert on. If you're part of the, if you get the live alerts, the trade alerts on Discord, then you already know about this stuff. I was talking about this earlier today. Where's my Bitcoin? Right, so like this is what I'm talking about as far as live updated charts. Anybody that's familiar with this channel knows that when I put like a red ellipse here, it indicates where I think a price level is gonna create a peak, a trough or a low. The price will come somewhere within that. And you can see how I just grazed it. It just came in, just made it accurate. But then same thing goes for a green ellipse. Except for it's for peaks and highs. And you can see how we did that. There was a solid trade in here, guys, to open up a partial long position, then add to that long position if we entered into this price level again before this big move, this 4-day move to the upside. It's probably going to go higher, but tomorrow's going to be a tricky day. If you don't have a strong risk tolerance, I would say take the profit here. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to revisit. It's going to be a scary decline in there from resistance. So we might start higher even, it's possible, but we'll decline pretty notably, and then very, very likely we'll return back to it on the 17th. But if you don't have a strong risk tolerance, I would say take your profits now. It's a pretty solid game. Hey, Robert. Hey, Lauren, feel free to ask any questions. We're multi-streaming, so it might take a second for us to answer. Anybody hopping on the TikTok, feel free to ask any questions. Oh, there we go. Woo! Now that is what I'm talking about. Yes. All right. If I would probably take profits here. We're gonna go lower, but I would take profits here just to be on a smart trader. Or at least take partial. Wow, my trading, maybe don't do that. Don't take profits here. My workstation, my interactive brokers workstation literally turned off and didn't let me make that trade. Bear with me, I gotta log back in. You're welcome, Doncho. Can I go through IWM the rest of the week, please? Yeah, sure thing. Just give me one moment. I would say when we break through this, when we get into oversold territory, that's where I'll close out. And if you don't know what oversold, RSI, relative strength indicator or index, is the indicator. Relative strength index, I believe it is. In any case, it when you have it down at this end and it's below the 30, it's considered oversold. It's probably where I like. It's a good place to exit. If you have a higher risk tolerance, you wait for it to like bounce and then come back down even lower. But the solid, less risky trade is to just take it once it hits it.
Waterfield.
This might be a really big move, guys. Because remember what I said, that Ace of Cups is really prominent, right? The Ace of Cups correlates here to the 16th in that orange correlation. And then we have it here at the end of the day on the 15th. That's a cross-trading congruency for a significant trade opportunity. So it's very likely we go lower here. Yeah, I tried to play to close too early, and Trader Workstation, like, it's never done that before, but it basically closed me out, like, just like shut itself down before I pressed submit, and it like the whole program disappeared. That's the universe. Like, don't fight it. That's the universe telling you, nope, wait a sec. It's so simply, easily. That's what that message was. You know, things always happen for a reason. All right, so IWM.
Waterfield.
I'd say close partial position, close a partial short here at this point because it's starting to slow down a little bit. But I do think we're going to go through based on these cards here. These are pretty deep cards. We had a low indicator here between 2 and 3 and 3 and 4, so you can see how that's kind of like it was a little bit late, but here it comes. Why I'm saying be careful here is because this translucent yellow is the Princess of Wands, so it indicates that there's probably some sort of move to the back to the upside, at least a little bit of one before the close. I did a 23, almost a 24% account gain today. That's account gain. Not using all of my money either, using part of the money in my account. I raised the value of my account by 23.94%. Hopefully there's people who are following along with this. Look, I'll show you right here. This is my IBK. Well, let me make sure that doesn't have my account number on it. Right here, guys, look at this. 23.94%. It's not a big account. I don't mess around with a lot of money because I don't have time for it, but that's basically, you could have reproduced that today following the trade alerts. Yeah, this I'd get out here, guys. We might go even lower, but this is a safe. A prudent trader is not looking to get the max gain. They're looking to make a solid trade where they make a profit and they get in and out as safe as possible. That's a solid trader, not somebody who goes from the very bottom to the very top. How often do you think you're going to do that? If you try to do that every time, more often than not, you're going to end up losing the profits that you would have taken. So I would say this is a solid spot right here. Um, and I would look to open up a long position here as well for an overnight swing or a multi-day swing, I should say. Yeah, so here would be a good spot to open up a multi-day swing, a long position on that.
Waterfield.
All right, let's take a look at IWM. So I opened up a partial, like a small long position for a multi-day swing and took pretty solid gains there. Oh, I would take profits here. I would take profits at IWM. Be very, very cautious. I got the prudence card today. We rally into key resistance tomorrow and then break down with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. 3 pokes through the same trend line on Wednesday, followed by a sharp drop off of that 3rd poke. A failed attempt at key resistance on a multi-day scale on Thursday, and then from that failed attempt, there's a decline through key support, again on a multi-day scale. And we revisit an important support level on Friday that we recently met once before on a multi-day kind of scale with sideways rotation and a sharp drop. And remember, when we look at the monthly, for a lot of these monthlies, we have a pretty sharp drop here off of highs here on the 19th. Hey, Mr. Cartoon. I mean, I don't know enough about crypto to like be doing that, but I'll ask my tech guy, and if he thinks it's a good idea, we'll do it for you. Sure. How's Ape Blur Coin look this year in general? Hey, Proof. I'm gonna cut the questions here, by the way, guys. Ape and Blur Coin. So Ape's gonna have a major multi-year bottom this year. When did it start? 2022? Yeah, so we're probably gonna end up back below like this oversold territory, below the 30 on the RSI. And when we're down in that range, then I would probably, well, let's see what it's gonna do next year. Hold on, before it even looks like an opportunity. It's gonna go kind of like sideways next year. And then Blur. Oh, this one is going to turn around. I would hop into this one. This should have a fast, sudden move to the upside this year. Especially considering it started here around this price level and we're well below it. We should see a pretty big move to the upside here. And will likely be higher than this price level by 2025. At least by 2025. Let's see. Yeah, okay. By 2025, we're gonna be at new highs. Yeah, so this is a pretty solid buy. We should see a fast sudden move higher in Blur, and it's only like a little over 18 cents right now. Appreciate it, Robert. It's a cash account. I'm trying your guys' advice. I'm so stubborn that it took me this long because I don't like having to wait 3 days for money to clear, especially when it's a small account, you know. But in hindsight, I'm like, man, I wish I'd done it sooner. It's so much less stress involved. So do we hit 565 or higher this week in SPY? Probably, yeah. No, I got a no for that. Maybe 564 though. Just remember, I hope you're not asking that question because you're looking at out of the money options. Do not use out of the money options to trade SM meta analysis. I am telling you, do not do it. Never, ever, ever use out of the money options to trade SO meta analysis. Ever. Never, ever. Ever. No exceptions. It might work for other things like technical analysis. Don't use it for SO. All right, guys, with that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. Oh, you know what? We got some special offers. I just want to make sure everybody knows about these. Yeah, here we go. All right, so there's a couple offers. You can only get these offers by typing it into the URL. You can't go to the website and navigate to this page. It does not exist that way. You have to type it in. It's tarotfortraders.com/multi-5-offer. And that'll take you. You can get 5 multi-year readings where we predict by the year for a 10-year period. Select the decade that you're interested in, and 5 ticker crypto. We'll do that for you. Normally they're $150, I believe, each. And then there's another one. That's the same one. What the heck? Oh, here we go. Sorry, guys. All right, here's the other one. tarotfortraders.com/Q4-monthly. And that's a Q4 special, 3 monthly reports. That's October, November, and December, same ticker. Normally those are $500 each. We're doing basically 50% off. And both of those special offers will be gone shortly. So take advantage while you can, my friends. All right, so with that said, thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that. Oh, look at this, guys. We're already to the upside. Look at that. Look at that. If you're following our alerts, you got out of a short position right here, and you got into a long position right here, guys. So again, don't miss out on these alerts. It's like one of our cheapest services, our most inexpensive services. You go to our services, SO Meta Posts. Right here at the top, Discord alerts, or you scroll down a little bit, right? Discord alerts, $75 a month for stock or crypto, $125 for both. And there's a ton of trades today, guys. So with that said, I'll leave you guys and see you all tomorrow. Blessings to all my angel investors.